Well, hello and hi, Bill. Nice to see you. I don't know who all is here right now. I'm looking to, it's showing that nobody is here. So I'm going to give it a couple of minutes and, oh, there we go. Okay, so there are people here. Hello, everybody. I'm actually here to show, and I'm hoping our internet is okay. It's been really weird today, so if you if you start to see really strange things, let me know, like artifacts on the screen or a slowdown or bad sound or anything like that. Just let me know. Well, I don't know what the hell I'll do. There's not much I can do, but I'll probably just keep going. But let's see who all's here. Scott Danielson. Hello. Nice to see you, Scott. Hey, Steve. Glad you got to make it. Kevin, how's it going? So yeah, I had a really nice Christmas. It was a lot of fun. Um, this my in-laws at Christmas do everything well, and they do it right. When it comes to birthdays and Christmas, hey Tim, I was hoping to see you. I saw that you liked my post on Facebook when I put it up that I was coming on. So nice to see you, James Holder. How's it going? Nice to see you too. Still watching your videos. Have for years now. Tim as well. All right. What I'll do is I'm going to start showing some things that I got for um, that I opened up for Christmas. It's a lot of fun, and like I said, it's a lot of fun around here opening gifts. I get gifts from Becky, and I get gifts from my father-in-law, mother-in-law, and man, like I tell you, they do Christmas right. Hey Gareth, nice to see you. And Brandy, wow, there's some people in here, and it's nice to see all of you. And Merry Christmas to everybody. I know I'm a day late on that, but I hope you had a great one. It was really a lot of fun. Brian, hello. But yeah, first thing I'm going to show you. I don't know how long this will take. I may take some questions or anything if you've got it or comments after I show everything. But I'll try to keep the chat coming up along with everything, so I don't get too behind. First thing I want to show you, Becky got me this, and I thought this was really cool. We collect these um, pop uh, Funko Pop figures. We love these things, and so she got me one. It's Bram Stoker, and I thought that was really cool. I'll probably leave this one in the box because, well, in case anybody has a question as to who it is. But I think that's very cool. It's a Books a Million exclusive. Becky and I we shop at Books a Million, and she got me this. Just really cool. I mean, everything looks great on it. He's holding the book Dracula. I just love it. Really cool detail on this one. This is actually one of the cooler detailed ones I've seen. So yeah, I like this a lot. Um, we probably have about 20 or 30 of these, and we have a few that are worth a ton of money. We were really surprised that when we started looking them up that they were worth so much money. But we don't collect them for that. We just buy the ones we like and hope, you know, and hope that other people um, like them when they see them. So yeah, I like that. I thought that was really cool. Next thing Becky got me, I'm showing the non-book stuff first, in case you're wondering. That's that the Bram Stoker thing, of course, is kind of bookish, but then again, so is this one. This is the Aleister Crowley Tarot deck. I kind of collect tarot decks. I read tarot sometimes. I don't do it as much as I used to. I used to do it for a living, and um, but I haven't done it in. I've only done it a couple times in the last couple of years. Like I said, I used to do this a lot, and I don't do it quite as much anymore. But this is really cool. It's based on the original Crowley Tarot deck, the Thoth Tarot. This is similar to that. So this came with a book. I'll show you the book, and I thought that was pretty cool, the Aleister Crowley Tarot. And The deck is right here. There's the back. Very cool. But I want to put these back before I show you anything else. And let me catch up on the chat real quick. Yeah, Gareth, I love it. Bram Stoker is so cool. Yeah, and I think that's for the Bram Stoker as well. And Beth, how's it going, Beth? She said she loves that Bram Stoker. And Kevin, yeah, Golden Dawn. Aleister Crowley was one of the. I don't think he was one of the founding members, but he was a member for a while until I believe he got kicked out or something like that. For I don't know. He was a bit of a ptarmigan, I think, kind of hard to deal with. And Becky got me this as a stocking stuffer. It's some Ouija board mints, and well, that was pretty cool. Becky got me this as well. It's a history calendar. It's a daily calendar, and I love these. I get one of these every year from Becky, and I love having them. It's Unexplained Mysteries. History's Unexplained Mysteries, and comes from the History Channel. But it's got stuff like the Kentucky meat shower, the mystery of Nefertiti, the Babushka lady, stuff like that, and it gives you a really cool paragraph, and it tells you the whole story. And I think that's really cool to read on a daily basis in the morning. Good way to start the day. You know, maybe give me a little bit to research when I start my day. I love that kind of stuff. I love research, and anything that makes me do that is a lot of fun. And yes, I love themed calendars. Like I said, I get them every year, and I just love them. And I got some CDs to show. Got these from my father and mother-in-law, and I'm really happy about these. I didn't have any of these. I got Rush, Farewell to the King, or a Farewell to Kings. Sorry. It is a 3-disc set. So I thought that was really nice. And it came with a really nice book, like a really good booklet. Tells the story of the album and all of that. And yeah, I'm a huge Rush fan. So I was very excited to have that. I don't have this one. I have 3 of their other CDs, but yeah, classic Rush CD for sure. Hey, Mindy, nice to see you. Yeah, Brandy. To me, music doesn't get a whole lot better than Rush. I love their music. Yeah, but yeah, classic Rush CD. And everybody and saying hi to Mindy. Yeah, it is nice to see Mindy. Mindy has been a supporter of our channel since we started it, and we just love that. As a whole lot of people in this room have been, and we appreciate it. I got Signals from Rush, so extremely glad to have that. I'll tell you what, let's do this that way. Okay, yeah, another really good Rush album. This isn't, I don't think, as good as Farewell to Kings, but I really do like it. And I got one of my all-time favorite albums from anyone. I got Moving Pictures. God, this album's so good, just front to back, every song. And that's a really cool, really cool gift. And all 3 of these are cool gifts. But yeah, these are 3 I didn't have in my collection. I listened to Moving Pictures a lot. I just didn't own it. So now I'm glad to have it. And oh, cool, Tim. Yeah. I think my father-in-law said that A Farewell to Kings is his favorite as well. I don't know. I kind of go between Hemispheres and Moving Pictures is my favorite, but A Farewell to Kings is right there. It's just as good, if not their best. And yeah, Rush is a great Canadian band, Bill. A CD player. Oh, very cool. Cool. Yeah, that's nice. CDs are actually, I think, in the next 4 or 5 years are gonna be the new vinyl, and everybody's gonna be wanting their CDs back. Hey, Eric, nice to see you. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Signals is a great album. Um, it I don't know if I'd probably have it in my top 5 Rush. Maybe number 5, maybe 6, I don't know, it's hard to say. Probably right behind 2112 at number 6, I would think. But yeah. Um, yeah, CD, cassettes are kind of big right now too, which I find that. So, yeah, I really made out this Christmas, and you haven't seen half of it yet. You haven't seen a third of it yet. Like I said, my family, Becky and her family, they do this stuff right.
Might be a little overzealous.
Yeah, yeah, they might be a little overzealous, but we love it. So, saying hi to Brian. Oh, Mindy, I just started. So started at 8:30. So you've got nothing to worry about. Brian, saying hi to Brandy. Let's see. Um, oh, that's cool, Tim. I have some vinyl. I don't listen to it as much as I do the CDs because I can't listen to vinyl in my car or at work. But I do have a small CD player here next to me. It's kind of a piece of crap, but but it does the job as long as I have a set of wired earbuds to listen to. It sounds fine. CDs always always sound good if you've got a decent like a decent set of earbuds or something. Um, according to all right, let's see. Rush's last album, Clockwork Angel, spawned steampunk novels by Kevin J. Anderson. I did not know that. That's really cool, Steve. Um, yeah, I didn't know that at all. Hmm. Kevin J. Anderson is an underrated science fiction author, and I think he's underrated because he wrote a lot of pastiche fiction, Star Wars and things like that. So yeah, so I'm going to keep going with my non-book stuff. Next, Second and Charles gift card. After that, Half Price Books gift card. And after that, a Battle.net gift card, which Becky and I play World of Warcraft sometimes. So yeah, Battle.net gift card. Happy to have that. Next, an Upton Tea gift certificate that Becky got me. I love tea. One of my favorite things. I like fine teas, and I see somebody else down here that does as well. It's Sean. I know Sean likes fine teas as well. He's not much into the cheap tea bags and stuff. So him and I are alike on this. How's it going, Sean? Nice to see you. Yeah, Eric, Farewell Has Xanadu, which is the best Rush song ever. Yeah, yeah, Farewell to Kings is great. It really is good. Let's see. I have one more non-book, no, two more non-book things to show. First is this Aquaman T-shirt. I am a huge DC Comics fan. I'm a big Aquaman fan. Well, let me turn that right side up. I am a big Aquaman fan, and so I was very glad to have this T-shirt. I don't have any DC Comics T-shirts. Yeah, I do. I have a Batman and Joker T-shirt, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm happy to have this. My father and mother-in-law got me that. Oh, and I've got a couple more things. Becky got me this mug, this coffee mug. I drink tea or coffee out of it, but it's a Michael Myers mug, and I think it's really cool. Yeah, check that out. Really cool mug. It's funny. Becky got me this, and I've been using it today, but that's why it's got water in it. But it's this tea kettle to keep by my desk so I can keep my tea going during the day. Because I'm trying to get off of sodas. Tea is the best way to do that. All right, let's see. Scott saying hi to Sean. Whoops, I missed one. Um, oh wow, a Sony 100 disc CD changer, Michael. Nice to see you, Michael. Yeah, that's cool. Hi-fi gear from the '90s. My father-in-law's got all his gear in the in his office too. He's got a really nice turntable in there. He's got, I don't know, I think it's about a 50 disc CD changer, 25 or 50, something like that. And it's all Pioneer stuff. Russia's Grace Under Pressure. I think this is where they first began their friendship. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yes, yes, Sean, real tea. Oh, that's cool. You got the same mug. That's really cool. Yeah, you can't beat a good T-shirt. Becky gets T-shirts every birthday, Christmas, all that kind of stuff, and I get them sometimes. But actually, with my I had an Amazon gift card as well, but I used it last night. Amazon gift cards don't last me more than a few hours. But I got on there last night and I ordered some books and I ordered a Bride of Frankenstein t-shirt, which I'll show you. I'll show everybody when it comes in. And I got a um, Dracula t-shirt with Bela Lugosi on the front. So really excited about those, about getting those in, but they're going to be a little while. They're probably those print to order things. I mean, they weren't very expensive, but they look nice, and that's what I'm worried about. Saying hi to Scott Danielson and Brandy. Oh, that's cool, Tim. Man, some of the '80s had the best stereo equipment. Pioneer was still great in the '80s. Kenwood. Some of my favorite stuff was Kenwood. Love it a lot. All your stereo equipment was broken before the '90s. Well, that's a shame. That kind of sucks. My son put a Pop Tart in the last CD player I owned when he was 9. Wow, you haven't had a CD player since your son was 9. Wow. We gotta see what we can do about that, Brandy. You need to be able to play your CDs. They're coming back. So, all right. I'm gonna start showing the bookish stuff that I got. Oh, first thing, Becky and I, we do Yola Boca Float every year. We trade books and then we read them on Christmas Eve night and for the next few nights, however long it takes to read it. And Becky this year wanted to do Harlequins, which I have no problem with that because I love Harlequin intrigue books. They're mysteries. They're some of them might have a touch of romance in them, and some of them don't have any romance in them. But a lot of these are actual violent thrillers, and with terrible covers a lot of times, and they always have terrible names. But that's okay because they're they're very cool. Yeah, this one is what Becky got me. It's Cold Case Kidnapping. Like I said, they're going to have terrible titles, but by Nicole Helm, and this is actually really good. You'd be surprised at the level of skill that these ladies can write mysteries. These are just real mysteries. I mean, they're real quick reads. This is 248 pages, I think. Um, but a lot happens in these books, and they're just not what people think they are. Like there's not much romance in these, and they're just a good thriller mystery. Yeah, Becky got me that for Yellow Boca Float, and I got her one very similar. It's an intrigue book as well. Becky got me this. This is one of those Flame Tree Press um, gothic fantasy books. It is detective thrillers, short stories, and we have quite a few of these, don't we, Becky? We
Quite a few, yeah.
half a dozen, 8, something like that, of these, and I really love them. These are really really good. Steve, who's in the room here, sent me another one of these that I really love. Um, it has um, quite a few like vampire stories and stuff in it, and I love it. It has Count Magnus in it by M.R. James, which is one that I've read before that I really like, and that I'm going to be reading again before I read The Vampire Lestat coming in 2024, which I think is going to happen in February. Is that right, Brandy? I think that's right. Everyone just keeps me in Carhartt. Hey, I did get a Carhartt beanie that for Christmas. My father-in-law here, Becky's gonna throw it to me. Got this Carhartt beanie. Yep. So that's cool. But yeah, my father-in-law loves Carhartt stuff, and I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, those I love these Gothic fantasies, this series. Now, if you buy these things from Flame Tree Press, they're like um 30 bucks. But I can get these all day long at um, Books a Million for $12.97. So, as thick as these are, and as many stories as these have, let's see some of the stuff that's in here. It has stories by let's see, John Buchan, G.K. Chesterton. Um, Actually, some of my favorite mystery writers. G.K. Chesterton is definitely one of my favorites. It's got two by Arthur Conan Doyle. It looks like it has about 35 stories, something like that. So, for the price, and then these look good on a shelf, sticking out like this. I really like these, and they're made fine. They'll hold up. The problem with them is though the only problem with them is um there can be typos and stuff because this comes from the print and all that actually comes from Project Gutenberg. So if you see if you see a problem with the Project Gutenberg, you're going to find it in one of these. So that's really the only problem I've ever found with these. And that doesn't bother me that bad because it's so they're so few and far between. So I like that book a lot. Um, this is one I'm really excited about here too. I got Weird Tales, 100 Years of Weird, edited by Jonathan Mayberry. Um, this has stories from the last 100 years in Weird Tales magazine. Tell you some of the stuff it has. It starts with a Jonathan Mayberry story. Or it's got R.L. Stein, Victor Laval, H.P. Lovecraft. So, like I said, from the last 100 years, so you're going to have a lot of different writers with these. Robert E. Howard, of course, C.L. Moore. All of these were really important writers from Weird Tales. And the thing about Weird Tales is uh, oh yeah. Well, actually, I want to point you to a video about Weird Tales, and it was almost a year ago. Michael K. Vaughan put out a video about Weird Tales magazine, and it got me interested in reading Weird Tales magazine, and got me interested in getting this book almost a year ago. But I'm just now getting it. But uh, this is really a cool book to have. But Weird Tales magazine is where Conan started. Robert E. Howard started Conan. Robert E. Howard started Call the Conqueror. H.P. Lovecraft started his Cthulhu mythos in Weird Tales magazine, and just a whole lot. C.L. Moore started in here. Um, and James Holder, I know James likes. Let's see, what is the name of the author? For some reason, I'm not remembering it right now. But that author started in, and for some reason, he doesn't have a story in here. Um, but yeah, three of the most popular authors of this type started in Weird Tales magazine. Sword and Sorcery started in Weird Tales magazine. So yeah, that's really great to have. And I also ordered Weird Tales Boys, which is about Robert E. Howard. Clark Ashton Smith is who I'm trying to think of. Um, was the one that James Holder loves that I love as well. Um, let's see. All right, I got a Monkeys T-shirt, cool, and a Hanna Barbera characters T-shirt for Christmas. Yeah, well, me too, Steve. I I watched the Flintstones growing up, and man, freaking Scooby Doo. I love that stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. Very cool. Um, well, Can't get my mouse to work. There we go. I got the Asian Ghost short stories volume from Flame Tree. Cool. I don't have that one. Yeah, the Weird Tales book is going to be so good, and I cannot wait to get into it. And I want to do that very soon. Um, yeah, I'm really having trouble with my mouse here. I'm hoping it's not the internet. A book that has 350 plus British mysteries. They're all in the public domain. Oh, very cool. But you get all the books by several authors from around 100 years or more. Okay, cool. Yeah, I can imagine there are some great stories in that. Yeah, I agree. I can't wait to get into it. And like I said, I ordered Weird Tales Boys, so that's another one I can't wait to get into. It's kind of like a follow up to this, but it is kind of telling the story of H.P. Lovecraft, Robert E. Howard, and Clark Ashton Smith, who were the most famous and the most important Weird Tales authors. Yep. Oh, you have the Weird Tales book? Very cool. My best present was the original first edition of a Charles Adams first ever. Oh wow, wow, that's really cool. I know you're a huge Charles Adams fan. Yeah, it is going to be perfect for horror mayhem, um, especially uh, the Lovecraft stuff that's in it. But I mean, it's also got. Let's see, who else does it have? It tells on the back. Al Going Back, which is somebody I've never read. It's got Laurel K. Hamilton, which I have read. It's got some Matheson in it as well. Um, James A. Moore. Let's see, R.L. Stein, Tennessee Williams. I mean, there are some huge names in here that of people who, and a lot of them started in Weird Tales. So I find that cool. Enjoying some new weird. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, Actually, horror mayhem will be a great time too. Yeah, let's see what the problem. Yeah, and Gareth, we'd like to have you in on that. Actually, we'd like to have pretty well all the hosts in on giving us some ideas about that. Um, so yeah, we'll definitely have to have a Zoom meeting to discuss that. Alan Moore's Providence. Oh, I have not read that. I'm a Weird Tales author in historical context. I love Alan Moore, but I have not read that. You got me reading Ambrose. Yeah, Ambrose Bierce is a great ghost stories writer. And thank you on the congrats. Yeah, I'm very excited to have it. Needing it for a while. Yeah, it's very cool. I'm gonna have to show you some end papers and stuff here in a minute too. But yeah, check this out. Check out the inside cover. Isn't that cool? And another thing that I love is this right here. This looks so pulp, like Weird Tales, 100 years of weird. It's really cool. It looks like a stamp. It looks like it was printed cheaply, and for some reason that just adds to it. And look at this. I mean, just a great volume, and it's got some weird tales, including probably the most famous Weird Tales art ever. So yeah, very cool. I'm gonna want to show you something now. Um, that I got for Becky. Becky's not here because Becky didn't get a lot of books or anything, and she has something to work on over there tonight anyway. So she's working on that. But I got this for Becky. It's a copy of her favorite book. Our friend Melissa got Becky a copy of this a few years ago, right? It could just a couple of years ago. She got you a copy of Persuasion by Jane Austen, and here it is. It is just really pretty. I thought I'd get this for Becky. It's her favorite book. You can't have too many copies of your favorite book. Um, and look at this. Just beautiful, beautifully done, beautifully put together. And, you know, um, pages are just incredibly white. There's no off color to these at all. They're very white. Has sprayed blue edges. Um, this is actually something that'll come off, but it's something telling you about the book. But I know Becky um, loves this book, so I wanted to get her to buy her a copy of it. I don't think I'd ever bought her one of these. She had picked one out before, but this is the first time I've ever bought her one. She has 3 or 4 copies, but still, I mean, it's great, and I've got to read it. I haven't read this. I love Pride and Prejudice, but I have not read Persuasion. Those are her 2 favorites, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Next thing, you know what? I've got some more non-book stuff to show before I start showing more books. I completely forgot that I had these, that I got these. Oh, I did not know that. You get Weird Tales covers t-shirts from Redbubble. That is awesome. Okay, let me show you what I got. First, I haven't even opened it yet. It's Classic Monsters Collection from Universal. Um, it has, let's see, it has Dracula, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, The Mummy, Invisible Man, and The Wolfman. And I'm a fan of all of those. I'm the least. I liked all of these, but I only marginally like The Mummy. Like I don't like it as well as I do the rest of them. I do like The Mummy. I think it's a good movie, but I just don't think it has the creepiness factor that a lot of these have. But like I said, it's good. I just don't think it's great. But the rest of these I think are absolutely great. And The Wolfman is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like it's so cool. And Brian says that Northanger Abbey is the best, Austin. I don't think Becky could disagree more. Didn't get any books for Christmas, but your daughter gave you a mug with hot chocolate on them. Oh, cool. Plenty of snacks. You can't beat that.
Northanger Abbey is good. Mansfield Park is.
Yeah, she likes Northanger Abbey, but she doesn't like it as well as Persuasion. And she just doesn't care for Mansfield Park at all. But she likes all the others. Okay, I got this one as well. Kolchak the Night Stalker. And the reason I asked for the DVDs instead of the Blu-rays, I can play Blu-rays, but I have to be home, when I play the Blu-rays. So with my DVDs, I can watch them anywhere because I've got a portable player and all that stuff. So I ask for DVDs more than Blu-rays, but I play Blu-rays when I'm at home. But yeah, that's I love this show. I remember watching this when I was 7, 8, something like that, and my dad would be in the living room playing this. I'd get up in the middle of the night and kind of sneak a few peeks at it, and it would scare the crap out of me, and I would still watch it. So yeah, I got 4 Hammer Dracula films. I'm a huge fan. Oh yeah, Kolchak is great, Sean. I love it. Um, yeah, I love Night Stalker as well. Such a great show. And Darren McGavin was awesome. Like he was awesome in everything he was in. I love him in A Christmas Story. We just watched that on Christmas Eve. That's probably our all-time favorite Christmas movie. Oh my God, Darren McGavin is so good in it. Um, but yeah, Kolchak is amazing. Yeah, exactly. Watch it on weekend nights. We would stay at my grandma's on Friday night, and I believe it came on late. I don't know if it was the repeats, the reruns, or what, or if I just went to bed really early. I just don't remember. But yeah, we loved it. And we have 4 Hammer Dracula films. I like them all. Dracula AD 1972, I'd say, is the least of these, but it's still fun because I mean it is Christopher Lee. But I am a bigger fan of some of the other people who were in Hammer films than Christopher Lee. Like Peter Cushing, one of my all-time favorite actors is Peter Cushing. The guy, there's just not too many better. But yeah, Horror of Dracula, which I believe is just called Dracula in England. Do you know that, Gareth? I believe that's true. Dracula has risen from the grave. Taste the Blood of Dracula and Dracula AD 1972. Seen them all. Really like them all. 80 1972 is not a film I love, but it's still a film I like. It's it's good. And the next one is way different, and I still love it. Is James Stewart, a movie Western collection. Big fan of Jimmy Stewart. I mean, I love the guy.
I have a
Um,
book too.
hi.
Hi.
And yeah, and I love every movie that's on here. I'm gonna tell you all of them. It's Destry Rides Again, which is great, and it's by one of my favorite Western authors as well, Max Brand. The man who wrote, I believe, upwards of 250 books, something like that. But yeah, and it was just excellent. Destry Rides Again. The book was great. The movie is great. Winchester 73 is in here. Bend of the River, The Far Country, Night Passage, and The Rare Breed. The Rare Breed is another great one. But yeah, these are all very good. And yeah, let's see. Kolchak. Oh yeah, Richard Matheson. How many episodes did he write of Kolchak? I'm not sure. Um, yeah, Pride and Prejudice in that edition. Yeah, they are beautiful, and then they're put together well, and so I like that. You know, it's something that'll last a long time, especially with that plastic-ish cover on it. I think they had to do that in order to make the paper here. Let me pull it back out. In order to make the paper last, you know, to make this work last, I think they had to put this on it. But I think it'll make it last for a while. I mean, just like a library edition will last. So yeah, beautiful. Okay, Steve. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just Dracula in the UK. But I have a question also. Are the Hammer films more popular in the UK than the Universal films? I know it's a UK studio, but I just don't know. Are they more popular? Yes, that was Becky. And yeah, Sean, this is a good Stewart collection. I'm a big fan of this dude. I mean, Jimmy Stewart, my one of my all-time favorites. I love The Shop Around the Corner. That's one of my favorite Christmas movies that I did not get around to this year. So yeah, hmm, I may have to remedy that, even though it's after Christmas, because I love it so much. Um, but I think that is just an excellent comedy, great romantic comedy. I don't remember the year it came out, but I know Stewart was really young, so I just don't remember. Okay, so Matheson wrote the Night Stalker TV movie. Very cool. I don't know if that's on here. I'm hoping, but if not, I'm gonna look for a place to I want to look for a place to stream it. You know what? I'm gonna open it. Maybe it'll say. Oh yeah, I want to open it with my trusty new buck that I got. I won't show the blade in case anyone wants to turn me into YouTube and get me banned from YouTube. Although I don't think any of you would do that. Let's see. Okay, I want to open it. I'm gonna look at the discs and see if it says what's on it. I thought I had this open. Oh hell no. Let's see. All right. The Ripper, the zombie, the vampire. That's probably one of the most famous episodes. Seen that a few times. Uh, I don't know. I don't know if the movie is in here or not, but I need to find out. If it's not, I need to watch it. So yeah, very cool. Let's see if there's anything else I need to show. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we saw that. Let's see. They're showing a lot more, showing a lot. Okay, and the Universal films aren't showing as much anymore. Bet they're more popular though. Difficult to tell. Okay, all right. I wondered about that. Um, you know, Hammer has tried to come back a couple of times, and I think they're trying to come back now, like they did Let Me In, which was a remake of Let the Right One In. That was it was superfluous, but at the same time, I think it was different enough to to warrant them making it. Um, I love Let the Right One In, the Swedish version. I thought it was wait a minute, it is Swedish, right? Yeah, I believe it's Swedish. Yeah. I was thinking either Swedish or Finnish, but I'm pretty sure it's Swedish. But it's great. Um, yeah, Tim, totally agree. James Stewart was amazing, and one of my all-time favorite actors. You know, Jimmy Stewart kind of played Jimmy Stewart, and I'm fine with that. Just like Humphrey Bogart played Humphrey Bogart. That's actually the reason I watch it because I want to see Jimmy Stewart. I want to see Humphrey Bogart. You know, they were sort of uh, um, different takes, sort of, on themselves. But Jimmy Stewart is as good as anybody from that period, in my opinion. I mean, I love his movies. Matheson also wrote the Night Strangler sequel. Oh, movies are released on separate discs. Cool. All right, guys, check that out. Yeah, Shop Around the Corner is okay. 1940. I knew it was early, Stewart, but I didn't know how early. But I never considered it a Christmas movie, even though it's around Christmas. Well, it kind of takes place in a shop around Christmas, and people are in there looking for Christmas things. So I've seen it as a Christmas, talked about as a Christmas movie. So I just kind of lumped it in, and it gives me a reason to watch it. Well, if I can get my mouse to work again, there we go. Hey Nathan, it is nice to see you, man. It's been a little while. I said hi to you a little while back, but yeah, let's get some buddy reads going because I got a lot of buddy reads to do in 2024, and I'd like to do some of them with Nathan. So yeah, that sounds cool. I got a video up if you want to watch it. Yeah, Let the Right One In is so good. And Nathan, I've heard it's a great book. I have not read it yet, but it's something I want to do. There's Sean saying hi to Nathan. Yeah, we all
Hi, Nathan.
yeah. Becky says hi too, Nathan. Hello. Nice to see you. All right. Well, I'm having trouble with my mouse. This is a Mac. So if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, I don't know what will.
Shush you.
Becky loves Mac and I despise it. I hate anything Apple. I won't own anything Apple. I don't own this computer. This is my work computer. So yeah, cool. Yeah, Shop Around the Corner. You've Got Mail. I'm not as big a fan of, but I do love Shop Around the Corner. I think I've seen You've Got Mail, and I liked it better than the other one that was right before that, Tom Hanks. But yeah, saying hi back to Sean, Nathan. Hello. Yeah, yeah. I'm glad to see Nathan back. That's really cool. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Tim's a Bogart fan too. Yeah, I'm a huge Bogart fan. Like Maltese Falcon, one of my all-time favorite movies. Becky's too. We we could sit and watch that about any time. We love the Maltese Falcon. Um, I love the African Queen. You know, a whole bunch of movies right around that time. Let's see. All right. Says, hey Gareth, nice to see you. Let's see. I'm having trouble with my mouse. Sorry. Thought Stewart managed to pull off creepy pretty well in Vertigo. Yeah, yeah, he kind of did. I have a really nice DVD collection. It's got I think 20 Alfred Hitchcock films on it, and I ended up getting it at Ollie's, which is a like a bargain shop around here. You know where they get remainders and stuff from retail stores, and I think I paid $20 for it. And it's a 20 disc collection. It's not just a 20 movie collection. It's a 20 disc collection, and each disc um, has its own book, has its own extras. I don't remember what it's called, the Master Collection or something like that, or the Master of Suspense Collection, something similar to that. But it is such a cool set. I have to show it off sometime. I can't believe I got it for like $20. I thought that was really cool. Messed up stuff, but yeah, yeah, it does. Vertigo is Vertigo's really strange, and you know what's funny? It's not one of my top 5 Hitchcock films. It is almost everybody else, and I totally get it. I mean, it's different. He never did anything else like it, but it's not it's not one of my favorites in that it is not as Hitchcock as a lot of the other films, or maybe it's a little too Hitchcock. I don't know. My favorite is um, what is it, Becky? Strangers on a Train.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
Strangers
much.
on a Train. Love Strangers on a Train. Becky's favorite is Shadow of a Doubt. Um, yeah, we love both of those films. I mean, I do like Vertigo a lot. It's just not to me. It's just not as it's not one of my favorites of his. Um, yeah, yeah, totally. Ernst Lubitsch. Um, another director I really like from back then is is it Dennis Powell? Um, it was Powell and Pressburger. Um, I can't remember his first name, but it was Powell and Pressburger, and it was a they did a whole bunch of movies together. Red Shoes, which is a movie I really enjoy. I love A Matter of Life and Death, one of my all-time favorite movies. Yeah, and um, but Powell ended up doing Michael Powell. Michael Powell ended up doing Peeping Tom in 1960, which almost destroyed his career. And I find that sad because it was a very good movie. It came out right around the same time as Psycho. Unfortunately, it was released in the UK instead of the United States because Hitchcock released Psycho, which was a very similar movie in a way. It wasn't quite as twisted, I think. So with it not being quite as twisted, and it being released in the U.S., Hitchcock didn't face the same backlash. Um, and so, yeah, not to say anything bad about the UK industry. I mean, I've watched a lot of UK movies from around that point, but for some reason, that movie was just taken wrong, and his career was ruined after it. But yeah, Michael Powell was great. Chris, I was hoping I would see you tonight because I was just watching a couple of your videos. Right before I started this, I watched 2 of your videos. I watched your newest one, and I went back and watched your awards video for the second time. But I commented this time, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the awards video. Yeah, so I hope you do that again. Yeah, I'll rewatch Maltese Falcon just for the "When You're Slapped" line. Take that, Peter Lorre. So cool, man. That movie is so good. Yeah, it's Chris saying hello to everybody. Yeah, North by Northwest is great. We were just talking about that. Was it last night, Becky, or the night before?
Not before.
Yeah, the night before last, we were talking about North by Northwest because my in-laws are going to be going to. Becky, help me.
Iceland?
No,
Arctic?
no, the mountain, Mount
Mhm.
Rushmore. God,
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble tonight. They're going to Mount Rushmore in just a little while, um, in April, I believe.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be a fun time to be there. As long as you don't go in July, I think you're okay. But yeah, Mount Rushmore, I've never been there. Don't It's not really my kind of place. I mean, I'm not exactly a patriot, so you know, Mount Rushmore is not one of my places of that I've ever wanted to go that badly. Bell Book and Candle with Kim Novak. I've never seen that, and I think I like Rear Window better than Vertigo as well. Um, yeah, Vertigo was kind of surrealist in a way, and Rear Window really was a pretty straightforward story. And while I usually don't have any trouble with surrealism, I just had I don't know, there's just something about that was very strange. But yeah, I have not watched Bell Book and Candle, but I need to watch that. Um, New World's November meetup. Very cool. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited about New Worlds November. That is going to be so much fun. Um, but I'm also excited about Horror Mayhem. So yeah, we've got to get together about that because something I want to do that I want to put across to all of the hosts, and I could use some input. So in the next month or so, let's see if we can get a Zoom together at least with some of the hosts. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, Peeping Tom didn't do him any favors at the time, but his aged well. It's aged extremely well. I watched it for the first time about 10 years ago. I bought the Criterion disc of it right after Criterion released it, and they did a great treatment of it, and it's excellent. I mean, such a great film. I like it a lot. Oh, Chris. Okay, yeah, yeah. He said Matt and meant Chris. That's fine. And oh, he says hi, Chris. All right. Our New Worlds November group. Um, yeah, I mean we're still on uh
Lots of-
Voxer, but yeah, it hasn't been as busy lately. Let's see. So yeah, Nathan, I think you're still on the New Worlds November Voxer, right? So feel free to jump in there. If you're not, I'll add you back. I don't know why you wouldn't be on there, but somebody was not on there that I had to add back. I think it was Brandy, but I don't remember. But it was just a little while back. I had to add somebody back because they weren't there. Yeah, I actually. Oh man, The Lady Vanishes. That is one of mine and Becky's favorite movies too. We love The Lady Vanishes. That was such a cool
so
movie.
good.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing. I mean, the late. I don't remember her name, the actress's name, but she played the old lady in there. One of the coolest characters. So good. It's been a few years since we've seen it, but I own it and we need to watch it again. Yeah, Mindy, let's do that. We'll get a Zoom together. We'll do that soon. So with the horror mayhem hosts who can make it, and because there's an idea I want to throw out, and we need to see about prompts, like get them together because this idea I have, we're kind of going to need the prompts in order to do it. So maybe if we can get the prompts together by February sometime. So yeah, maybe in the next month or so we can do a Zoom. Sounds like fun. Yeah, yeah, I want Nathan in New Worlds November if at all possible. Yeah, Chris as well. So if you all are in for New Worlds November, I mean, if you can't be, it's okay. But yeah, Gareth hijacked it with Doctor Who. Oh, I'm kidding, Gareth. It's fine. Doctor Who is science fiction light, so that's fine. Okay, Brandy. Somebody else um was out of the group for some reason, and I had to add them back. I don't know what happened. I cannot remember who it was. Whoops. You don't have to scroll through it all. Just start at the last one and keep going from there. Ah, okay. May Whitty. Okay, I have to look her up to see if that's her. Probably so. My God, she was so good in that movie. I love The Lady Vanishes. That is such a cool movie. Foreign Correspondent is another movie Becky and I enjoy. The 39 Steps is one I enjoy. Um, I I like a lot of that British, uh, the British Alfred Hitchcock films. Still, my favorite is Psycho. Like I mean, I love Psycho, but yes, outside of Psycho, I would go back to his British stuff for the next five probably. Yeah, Chris, absolutely. Oh, speaking of which, I've got some more science fiction short story collections to show you. I completely forgot about these. What the hell? I almost forgot about some of the most important things I got. One of the main reasons I did this video. I got some of these. I've talked to Sean about these before. See, science fiction gems. Is it armchair fiction? Yeah, armchair fiction, science fiction gems, volume one. This one has Bill Wesley, John Jakes, Gregory Luce, or is that Luce? Aldous Budrys, Clifford D. Simic is in this one. He's in a lot of these, a ton of these, like most of them, I think. J.F. Bone, Isaac Asimov, Aondo Binder. I don't know if that's how you say it or not, but I've heard Sean talk about him actually. I do believe, or Bender. I'm not sure. Ron Goulart, Henry Slesser, and Jack Vance. So all of those authors are in here. So yeah, glad to have these. I have that one. I have volume 2. Love the covers on these things. I mean, these come from some of the pulp magazines, I do believe. This one has Raj Phillips, James Blish, C.M. Kornbluth. I mean, these are some big names. Roger D., Marion Zimmer Bradley, Manly Wade Wellman, Winston Marks, Robert Silverberg, Alan E. Nurse, I don't know who that is, Philip K. Dick, and Philip Jose Farmer. So you talk about some big names. This one has a lot more bigger names than the last one did, but I really, really can't wait to get more of these in. And then I'll tell you which ones I ordered with a couple of gift cards I had from Becky and the in-laws. And now there's this one, volume 3. You check that out. That is, God, I love these covers. They just don't get any cooler than this. Covers don't. They're just great. Well, Weird Tales had some really cool covers that would rival these, but still. Stanley Mullen, Anne Griffith, C.M. Kornbluth again, Clifford D. Simic again, and it's The Trouble with Ants is in this one by Clifford Simic. Robert Silverberg, William Tenn is in this one. So I've read some stuff from William Tenn. Manly Bannister, Sam Merwin Jr., Milton Lesser, Algis Budrys again, or Algis Budrys, Chris Neville, and Peter Phillips. So I don't know all of them, but I know most of those authors.
I feel like if we had ever had a child, we should have named it Manly.
Yeah. If we ever had a child, we would have named it Manly. Yeah, for sure. Male or female. But yeah, very cool. And also, and again, look at these covers one more time. Very cool. I just that might be my favorite. That just looks like an everyman on Mars, maybe, or in on another planet somewhere. Very cool. Oh yeah, Brandy. That is the New Worlds November channel. We'll see who all can make it. I mean that's almost a year away. It's 11 months away, but I'm really excited about it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get that Zoom together. All right, Brian, you may already be gone, but yeah, happy holidays to you as well, buddy. Yeah, I'm so excited about Horror Mayhem. Um, Probably a little more excited about that than New Worlds November right now because it's so close. Like it's not close; it's just close in comparison. Relatively close. Yeah, Scott. These things have some really cool stories in them. Let me see what the Clifford D. Simic story was in Volume 1. I didn't read the story name. Seven Came Back, which I may have read. I'm not sure. I cannot remember all the short stories I've read by Simic. I've read quite a few. Hey, back at you. There's no such thing as too many short sci-fi short story collections. I that's actually what I collect, and that's almost all I collect anymore. I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff to make room for more science fiction short story collections, not just science fiction. I'm not a big fan of fantasy short stories. I do like Fopper and the Grey Mouser, and a few others. Uh, but I'm not as big a fan of fantasy, so I don't collect those too much. But I really do collect a lot of science fiction and detective short stories, stuff like that. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, A&O Bender, two brothers that started writing together. Then one continued alone in comics. Oh, huh. Oh, Ian. Okay, Ian. Oh, okay. I remember you discussing that on your channel. This was about a year and a half ago, probably. Um, oh, really? So Otto Bender was co-creator of Supergirl. Oh, very cool. I did not realize that. That's very cool. You probably said that in the video, but like I said, it's been a while since I've seen it. So yeah, that's very cool. But Sean, I think I discussed these with you once. Do you have some of these? Or I think you'd seen them before, and they're nice volumes. Like they're actually pretty well put together, which surprises me. They're $12.95 each, brand new. I've got and I've got five more of these coming. I've got 4 through 8 coming. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 coming from two of them from Amazon and three of them from Barnes and Noble because I got a Barnes and Noble gift card from Becky, and I got an Amazon gift card from that I've already spent from the in-laws. Um, and so I got the sort of sequel to this coming. It's called Weird Tales Boys. I've got that coming. And I've also got uh, two more of the science fiction gems volumes. I got 4 and 5 coming from there. And I've got the 2 t-shirts coming. Yeah, the 2 Universal Monsters t-shirts. So that's very cool. Um, my collections are on my Kindle and Nook. Now, I should have brought my Kindle and Nook in here so I could show my collection as well. I have a Albert. Please stop.
Albert.
Get him.
Albert.
Yeah, Albert's about to have a fit. Go ahead and grab him. Hand him to me. I'll show Albert off here in a minute. So yeah. See, I have one or two of the okay, and a few of the armchair doubles. Yeah, the armchair doubles look pretty good too. And yeah, print on demand. I thought so. I thought that's why they take a few extra days to come in. Yeah, this is Albert. If anybody has never seen him, he is about 11. No, not even 11 months old. He's 10 months old. Just turned 10 months old, and he is such a good boy. But I have scratches everywhere from this little guy because I tried to pick him up in the truck, and he just claws the hell out of me.
He's kind of rough and tumble.
Yeah, I have scratches in places I shouldn't have scratches because of this guy. There you go. Yeah, he outweighs Link by probably about 3 pounds now, 3 or 4 pounds, and he's not even a year old yet. But yeah, they are print on demand. I think they're very well put together. Like, well, I say as I dump one of them in the floor, but yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with the binding. You know, they seem to be well glued together. A lot of this print on demand stuff, the ink is going to be smudged. It's going to look like crap. The paper will be crap. You know, it'll be almost like newspaper. This isn't anything like that. Like these are really well put together, surprisingly so. So I don't know who prints them. Um, you know, I don't know who prints them on demand, but they do a very good job, and it's done on nice paper. I'm actually interested to see if all the ones I buy that are print on demand are as well put together as these ones I get from Amazon. They should be, but who knows? I don't know that for sure. But I'm going to recap a little bit stuff I got. I got again. I don't think Nathan was here, so I'd like to show him this Funko Pop Bram Stoker. I thought that was very cool. Becky got me this, and then Sean, I don't think you were here to see these. I got Moving Pictures, Rush. I got Signals by Rush, and I got Farewell to Kings by Rush. So very cool. And yeah, one of our favorite people in the world showed up. Hello, hey Melissa. Okay. All right. I will do that. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff, and I'll show a few things since you're here. Look at that last blank page, bottom left corner of the page before. Okay, last blank page. Oh, very cool. Well, it says it is made in the USA, Columbia, South Carolina. So that doesn't really tell me. Oh yeah, those anniversary rush editions. Yeah, this Farewell to Kings and moving pictures are very cool. Like, I mean, check this out. You may already have it. I don't know. Oh, okay, Melissa, but I'm going to show a few things extra anyway because I want to. But yeah, 3 volume set or 3 disc set comes with very cool book, and it's not just a small book. I mean, this thing tells the whole story of the album, which I think is very cool. Yeah, huge Rush fan. Now I just need, God, I need 2112 and the one right before 2112. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I mean that Farewell to Kings is very, very cool. And Moving Pictures is another great one, but it's not. It's great, but I don't like the way it's put together. I have to pull the CDs out of here, like out of the center of here, and that can kind of scar the CDs up a little bit. So I wish they would have put them in something like that. Um, okay, very cool. Yeah, Melissa, I do want to show you one thing I got from Becky. You bought her a copy of Persuasion a couple of years ago. Melissa did, and sent it to Becky, and she loved it. She read it right after she got it, and I got her another copy of Persuasion. So now she's got two really cool copies of Persuasion, her favorite book, and so yeah, I wanted to show you that. I think that's just isn't that just gorgeous? That the work they did on the paper in the front of that was very cool. Um, yeah, the Anniversary Rush editions, I just love them. Well, I'm gonna show a couple anyway, so it will be a local to. Oh, okay. As long as Amazon doesn't do the printing, they should be okay. Yeah, I'm hoping. Well, Amazon won't be doing the printing on the next two, that's for sure. Because no, well, the next two are coming from Amazon. The other three are coming from Barnes and Noble. Now, I have gotten a print on demand book from Barnes and Noble once. That was crap. It's actually happened twice. Um, I got I ordered them from the store at Barnes and Noble, and when I got them, they were smudged and pretty pretty crappy looking. They were just terrible. They stunk. Like the ink they used was junk. Um, it was horrible. So hopefully they won't come like that, but I really doubt they will. Surely not. Okay, Brandy, you have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. Yeah, sucks that you have to work tomorrow. Oh yeah, the seasons editions. Yeah, um, I saw the Pride and Prejudice one. Thought about it, but Persuasion's her favorite. I mean, she has a really nice copy of Pride and Prejudice. I bought her a few years ago. Um, so and Persuasion is her absolute favorite. So I was like, if she's gonna have multiple copies, it should probably be Persuasion. Nathan, cool. All right, you should look up the Harper Muse painted edition of Persuasion. I got that too. Oh, I will. I will look that up. Let me write that down. Um, well, I got a printer and no paper. Oh, here we go. I got lots of paper. Here we go. Harper Muse. I've never heard of those. Sorry, I was hitting the keyboard. Okay, I will look that up. All right. I'm always impressed with the POD stuff yeah, that gets printed for my books. Good. So they must be better than they used to be. because I know they used to be really bad. I mean, I've had some print on demand stuff that were just horrible. And I don't have any of your stuff in paper, Gareth. I've got it on my Kindle. Like I bought it for my Kindle, but I don't have the paper stuff. And I really do want a copy of the new 10 Tales of Transformation that you put out. I would like to have a paper copy of that for sure. Also depends on the publisher choosing the quality. Oh, but Amazon throws that out of the window and do it their way. Gotcha. Luckily, I think Amazon didn't print these. I'm pretty sure. It says South Carolina, which is not that far from here. I mean, you can get to South Carolina in a little over an hour. So yeah, cool. So Gareth, can I buy your um, the paper copy of your book of the new version here in the U.S.? Did it replace the old version? Because I do want a copy of that. That is it. I really enjoy it. Like, I mean, Becky and I loved Ethel Pinchworthy, and I love the first story as well. Haven't made it all the way through it yet. I didn't get much read this year um, until the last couple of months. I mean, I'm going to have between the 2 months probably about 20 books, but that's the first time in all year that I've done anything with reading pretty much. Okay, good, good. The old version isn't available now. Perfect. Okay, I will buy that. I'll buy that when I get off here. Very cool. All right. Anybody else got any questions or anything like that? Um, we are excited about Horror Mayhem coming up. We're not doing February fantasy stories this year. If anybody wants to take it up and make it their own, feel free. Like that's one we're not going to do anymore because I just didn't. I didn't enjoy the fantasy short stories all that much. Like I've mentioned many times, I don't think fantasy. I think I don't think fantasy fits really well for short stories. I think there are some good fantasy short stories. Fafhrd and the Grey Mouser by Fritz Leiber being one of those. Oh, my TBR for January. I know I'm going to be reading. Man, that's a good question. I know I'm going to be reading The Chrysalids. I'm going to be reading that with Dave, I believe. And I think Brian was going to read that with me, Brian MR, who just left a little while ago. Um, well, hell, let me see if I can come up with a couple more while I'm sitting here. I've got a book of, or I've got um, let's see, a list here of books that I want to read for 2024. If I can find the damn thing. It's actually 100 science fiction books that I want to read that I've never read, or some of them that I want to reread. There are a few of them. I don't think I feel like um, him. I don't feel like Robert Heinlein. I'll tell you what, The Star's My Destination by Alfred Bester. I've read it, but this will be a reread. So I'm going to write that down now for my 2000 or for my The Star's My Destination will be one of my uh, TBR books for January. So that'll be cool.
That's a pretty title.
The Star's My Destination. Yeah, that is a great title. Oh, Chris got to get back to work. All right, Chris, we'll see you soon. Oh, okay. Run Sinister Cinema website. Oh, you don't mean the Sinister Cinema Society, which is our Facebook page. Whoops. I think I lost everybody. There we go. Okay. I lost my window there for a second. So yeah, The Star's My Destination is going to be one I'm going to read for January. I don't know if I want to pick out any more or not right now. Um, read some fantasy in February mainly. I like to read more pop. Yeah. Um, that's actually a really good idea to read some Conan in February. I think I'm going to do that. I'm also going to read. Let's see, the Chrysalids is going to be January. What was the other one I was going to read? I'm reading the Kraken Wakes right now. I'm having trouble remembering things tonight. We've had so much going on. Idea for tweaking the FFS. You're up for it. I could send you a message. Please do. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Armchair website. Is it? Are they Armchair Fiction? Is that a UK company? I don't even know. Yes, Bill's going to read the Chrysalids in January as well. So, yeah, that's awesome. We're going to have a few people reading the Chrysalids in January. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, and Becky's going to read the Chrysalids in January. So that's very cool. Yeah, The Star's My Destination. It is a reread. I read it 20 years ago, probably. I had an old paperback of it. Okay, I got a little story. My friend and I, his name was Tim, years ago, we read something called Inquest magazine. I've talked about this before, but most of you have probably not heard it. Inquest magazine because I played um, uh, Magic the Gathering, and it was a Magic the Gathering magazine. I played pretty competitively for a while, and so I read Inquest magazine every month. Um, and they had a list of books in there called 100 books thou shalt read before you die. Um, so they had a list of 100 books. Some were not 100. I mean, some were whole series, or some were parts of series. So it was probably more like 200 to 300 books on this. It may have been less than that. It may have been 150, but it was somewhere around there. And so him and I tried to um, buy every one of these books and see if between the two of us we could get the entire collection of these books. It started with 1984 being the number one book. It started with The Lord of the Rings being number two, and then went down from there. Um, Dune was number six, which I think it should have been higher. But they were all speculative fiction, be it horror, science fiction, or fantasy. And The Stars My Destination was way up on that list. And that was the reason I read that book back. It was probably 25 years ago. I'll bet I wasn't older than 22, maybe even 21 when I read it. So yeah, it's time for a reread. Copy of the Chrysalids is ordered. Nice. Very cool. Oh, US version. Very awesome. Rebirth. Cool. Setting my Goodreads goal to one next year. There you go. I am not setting a Goodreads goal for 2024, Melissa. I just I didn't come close this year because I just took months and didn't and barely read anything. Like if I was reading things, it was comics or short stories and that kind of stuff. So and that stuff doesn't count on on Goodreads, or most of it doesn't. So yeah, I don't blame you. There you go. And especially with you having a couple of kids now, yeah, I think that's a great idea. Yeah, very much so. Sinister Cinema sold. Oh, you know what? I have bought some stuff from them. Yeah, I bought some stuff from Sinister Cinema a long time ago. Like, I bought something called Blood and Lace. And I used to buy some Giallo movies from Sinister Cinema. I completely forgot about that guy. I stopped buying because it's got to where it could take a long time to get anything. But that was years ago. Again, that was 12 to 15 years ago. Okay, so Armchair Fiction is an American company. All right. It is. I don't look at all the films because they're either not available here in the UK or stupidly expensive. Yeah, yeah. Sinister Cinema is based in Oregon. Oh, Greg Lou sells his armchair fiction line on that website. Well, I'm going to be looking. I want to see how much they are. I know they do a lot of crime fiction as well. A lot, like a whole bunch. Um, they have a lot of crime fiction doubles. But yeah, uh, very cool. Say hi. Melissa's here.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, BookTube.
All right, you just hate how the app tells you you're ahead behind schedule. I don't need. Yeah, I agree. Especially when my math is probably better than theirs. Um, that is something I'm good at is math, by the way. The Odyssey series by Arthur C. Clarke. Yeah. Actually, you know what's funny? I think 2010. I don't know how many people would agree with me. I think 2010 is a better book than 2001. I think 2010 is a really good movie as well, but I think it's a much better book than 2001. 2000, a whole lot of people, I'd say most people probably think the movie 2001 was based on the book, but that is absolutely not true at all. I believe the book was written at the same time the film was being done. Um, so yeah, Nathan says hi, Becky.
Hi, Nathan.
Always has. Oh, you know what, Steve? You've shown me that before. You've shown me that website. I didn't realize it was the same website. Okay, very cool. Okay, yeah, 12 for 99. That's right. That's a great deal too. Um, I completely forgot about that. Love to get the Armchair Lost World series. I don't know if I've seen that or not. If I look to their website, well, I'm going to do that when I get off here. Actually, I'm going to look at that website. Yeah, Sean. I'm not a huge fan of the 2001 book. 2010 was a better book, I think. Um, even though I'm a huge Arthur C. Clarke fan, I would go as far as saying that's not in my top 7 or 8 Arthur C. Clarke books. And there are a lot of people. Hello, MJ. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, Becky just poked her head in. I didn't know if you got to. Um, I don't know if you got to see her or not. She's fighting with Albert. Go ahead and let him in.
I just let him out.
Oh, you let him out, and now he wants back in. Oh, he's being funny. Bring him here again.
You coming?
I got to show everybody. We got some new people in here that didn't get to see Albert. He's not coming in. Never mind. You're not going to get to see Albert.
He came in.
Yep, everybody's saying hi to MJ. Nice to see you, MJ. Yeah, this was a last minute thing. I think I scheduled this 4.5 hours or a little less than that before I decided to come on. I was like, all right, I want to do a video, and I was like, screw that. I don't want to do a video. I'll just do it live. Because if I do a video, I have to wait at least 4 hours for it to upload, and it's usually more like 6 or 8 hours for it to upload where we are. And the internet today has been just horrible. Hey, bring him here.
He's trying to get out again.
I don't care. Bring him here. Yeah, Dave and Olive are here. You know what?
Dave. Oh, hi, David. Hi, Owen.
Come here. Come here. Oh my goodness. You haven't seen Albert. Here he is. I know most of you have seen him. I don't know if MJ's ever seen Albert. This is our little guy. He's not, you don't think he's quite 11 months old yet.
No, he was born in February.
Yeah, he was born in February. Oh, yeah, Melissa, I was going to show you that. There he is. He's just wanting to get down and be a terror as he normally is, but he is adorable. Yes, Melissa, Yola Boca Flow, Becky and I did that this year. We do it every year. This year Becky decided she wanted to do Harlequins because they're quick reads, they're easy reads, and we read them on Christmas Eve and Christmas night. and however long it takes to read it again. Well, last year we got regular sized books, and there's just no chance to finish those. So Becky got me a Harlequin intrigue book, Cold Case Kidnapping.
Yeah, the one
These,
with the least cringy title.
yeah, the least cringy title, but that doesn't mean it's not a cringy title, or it doesn't mean it's not a cringy cover. Sometimes the covers are cool on these though; they're really good, and these are actually decent mystery stories, and they take place, small towns a lot of times, like this one, and this is right up my alley because it's about a cult, and everybody knows my background with cults, or a lot of you do. Not everybody does, but some of you do. But they almost always have terrible titles. But you know what's going on. You know what the story's about when you look at the title and you look at the cover. There's a Harlequin intrigue, and all of this is going away in 2024. Like all the branding and all that stuff from the covers, it's going away, and I kind of hate that. I kind of hate that it's going away. But we actually collect these. We read them. This is an easy read. Like it'll take a few hours. Um, and so this is what we decided to get each other. I got Becky, or she got me this one, and then I got her something extremely similar. She doesn't have it in here right now, but I got her one that is almost exactly the same. And these are fun. Like these are fun to read. I don't know if we'll do Harlequin next year or not. We may. This may just become a yearly thing. We've always done Yola Boca Float. Well, I guess for the last 4 years or so.
The Yola Boca Floated Club.
Yeah, Yola Boca Floated 12 DVDs or books for $98, free shipping. Man, what a great deal! I wish I had $100. Yeah, it's really great to see MJ. Um, Actually, I don't know if you did or not. I think that may be exactly right, minus a couple of accent marks. Oh, you don't sleep, Gareth. Who you think you're fooling? Oh, January 24th. Okay, cool. Maybe I can put together $100 for then. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Albert is such a good little boy. Um, he's not even a year old yet, but he already outweighs Link. Link is 13, and he outweighs Link by at least 3 pounds. I think it's probably pushing 4 now. So yeah, March Mystery Madness. Tim, we haven't decided if we're going to um take participate in March Mystery Madness yet because we're so busy. Um, and we're trying not to hit too many. Yeah, Tim's always a co-host. If you don't know Tim's Reading Room, check out his channel. It's very good, and he's always a co-host of March Mystery Madness. Reads quite a few mysteries in March. And Tim, don't you usually get yours from Project Gutenberg? I know you do a lot with Project Gutenberg, and we all appreciate that because Project Gutenberg is one of the best resources for people. And um, I love it. I love public domain stuff. It's great. Wish that kind of deal was here in the UK. No kidding. Wow. Okay. Too bad there's not like a better shipping option from the US to from the US to the UK as well, because shipping is so damn expensive from here to there. We can send a card. Speaking of which, most of you in this room are probably getting a Christmas card sooner or later. Most of them are showing up late. So yeah, for some reason,
I
and
sent them in plenty of time.
yeah,
I
she sent
swear I
them. Well,
did.
she didn't send them in plenty of time to get to Australia and the UK,
Well, yeah.
but
Yeah.
but still, she sent them in plenty of time to get anywhere in the US. And for some reason, our system is kind of poopy right now. So yeah, it'll get there eventually. Yeah, Nathan Garrett's not fooling you, buddy. He don't sleep. So he's 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 funny. I love Garrett, and yeah, he probably does sleep every now and then, but uh, he's He doesn't sleep as much as I do. Let's give it that. Yeah, thank you, MJ. I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know how many we even have. I don't think I don't even know if I can look right now because well, if I was to open up a new. Oh, you got it. Cool. Awesome, Nathan. Not everybody's gotten theirs um, for some reason. I do like to find mysteries that are in the public domain. Cool. Recently noticed that the first. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You know what? I guess they would be because they were. I think the first few Hardy Boys books were in 1923. Um, yeah, you're right. They were put in the public domain this year. That's cool. I've heard the original, and you know what? I will bet they are actually the original non-edited versions that Steve Bowen, who's in here, talks about those sometimes. He says that he sent me to a guy's channel that was talking about the Hardy Boys and how they have um, they've changed the text in the 50s, I believe, on a lot of the first um, Hardy Boys books. So very cool. Becky, have you read the Royal Spinus Mystery Series?
No.
Okay, she doesn't think she's read it. No. Currently reading the first one and really enjoying it. Gives me a lot of giggles. Okay.
I think I've actually seen them. I've never.
You know
tried
what?
them.
I think we actually own the first three.
I think we do too.
Yeah, I think we own the first three books of the series, but we have not read them yet. So very cool. Okay. I will have to dig those up. I think I know. I think they're in our bedroom, actually, on one of our bookshelves. So cool. We only have about 13 bookcases full of books, and I'm not exaggerating. But a lot of those are going away because I'm replacing a lot of the books. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to be like, am I going to read this in the next 3 years? And if I'm not, it's going in a box and it's going to be donated somewhere or given to somebody. Because I'm going to replace my book spots with stuff like these 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 anthologies. Anthologies are something I just love to collect. My number one thing to collect. As a matter of fact, probably the best anthology video I've watched was on Sean D. Standfast's channel, who's in this chat right now. He did a video on science fiction anthologies, and that's the best video I've ever watched on science fiction anthologies. I watched that, and then I went and ordered about half a dozen books that were on his video. Uh, and I have not been disappointed in any of those. Man, they've got some great stories in them. Yeah, Sean was right about that. That's a really good video. So look up um, science fiction anthologies on Sean's channel. I don't know if there's a way to do that on YouTube or not. But if you're subscribed to Sean D. Sandfast, you should be able to find that. Great video. Only asking Becky because I know she's more the cozy type, but this is historical cozy. If that's even a genre, I guess it kind of is these days. There, there are lots of um, like subgenres of cozy mysteries now. I guess quite a few. Um, you got your historical. There for a long time, the more historical mysteries were a little more gritty than the real cozy modern day stuff. Uh, and there's even different levels of coziness now. Like I wouldn't call. I've heard Agatha Christie called a cozy mystery, but I don't think Agatha Christie is a cozy mystery. Agatha Christie, some of her murders are a little bit um,
Gruesome.
gruesome. So yeah, uh, yeah, and I love them. I mean, I love Agatha Christie books. Armchair Fiction has a lot of classic horror and crime noir titles also. Yes, I noticed that. Especially the crime noir, they have a whole bunch, and I love that stuff. Harry Whittington books. Um, Man, do I ever love Harry Whittington books. Those things you sent me some, and those things are awesome. Those stories are so good. Um, yeah, Steve sent me some of those a couple of years, well, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, something like that, and they have a nice spot on my shelves. I love them. Something else I wanted to show everybody, or if there are any Dungeons and Dragons fans out there, gamers, um, I got these from my in-laws. These are, whoops, polyhedral dice, and I don't know if you can see them. I'm sure you can't, but there are skulls inside the dice. I thought that was very cool. This is a 20-sided, a six-sided, of course. Then you got an eight-sided die, and then a 12-sided, a four-sided die, a 10-sided die. So you can kind of see what's in the middle, and then a percentile die. So that's cool. And then I got one more set. Becky got me these. Man, I love these colors too. You got the toxic green. There's the six-sided. The eight, it's black, gray, and green, kind of silver. Yeah, I meant to show these while Gareth was on because I know Gareth is a D&D player. Becky is our D&D DM currently, and Becky does a great job. And a 4, and I just love these colors, 20 and the 12. But very cool. Yes, love those. Let's see. Yeah, I really, really did. They're all they'd all be in my top 10. Like every one of them are. Every time I go to get a story out of them, I can tell why this is such a classic. Why these are such classic stories and why they're important. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. I never read any of the Tom Swift books, but I did read Nancy Drew and Hardy Boys. And they redid or they restarted the Hardy Boys books. I don't know if they're still writing any new ones or not. But back in the 80s and 90s, they or they did some more. They did another Hardy Boys series, and they were good. Like I remember, I was about 13 to 17, something like that, and I would just pick up a Hardy Boys book and in 2 hours have it read, and just loved it. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. And I did the same thing with some Nancy Drew books too. So yeah, Hardy Boys is what got me into reading, Bill. Um, love them. I think they're very well done for what they are. They're very good. Read your first Agatha Christie this year? Cool. Which one did you read, Melissa? I'm a big fan, like huge fan of Agatha Christie, and um, let's see, the Poirot books. I love those. I love the Marple books. I don't think I've read any of the Tommy and Tuppence yet, but I've heard good things. Yeah. So, and I definitely want to get to some more. And I've got the complete somewhere. I've got the complete um, Poirot short stories. So I want to read those as well. So yeah. Anybody else got any more comments or questions or anything? If not, I'm going to leave it there, and I will. Yeah. But yeah, if anybody missed anything and anything that they want to see, you can go back. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sean. Sanitizing and resanitizing Hardy Boy since the late 50s. Uh, oh, really? So they actually re-put out the original text. I didn't know that. I didn't know that they actually republished those. I think Steve Bowen said he's got some of the original. Steve, did you say you had one or two of the original texts from the original books? I know they're expensive to get them um, in a first edition or even a second edition, probably. But yeah, you're right. And I saw, and Sean, it was one of the people you did um, a Desert Island Books video with. It was uh, I can't remember, but he was talking even on your channel. He was talking about Hardy Boys and stuff. And then I went and I watched one of his videos the other day that Steve Bowen sent me, and it was about one of the Hardy Boys books. Oh, and then there were none. Very nice. Yes, that's I've read that I think twice. I've read Becky's read it at least once.
I love that book.
Yeah, we love it. And then there were none. Um, and I also yeah, Spencer. Yeah, this damn fool, idealistic crusader. Yes, absolutely. Let's see. Yes, and Murder on the Orient Express is one that I would absolutely recommend to you, Melissa. It's great. I don't know if you've ever seen any of the movies, but still, the book is worth reading, even if you've seen the movies. They're going to be different, and I love we love the book. Like we listened to it, and Dan Stevens was the
Narrative.
narrator. We listened to it at work. I've read it twice and listened to it once, and it's my favorite Agatha Christie book.
He does a fantastic.
Yeah, Dan Stevens is great. Yeah, and yeah, Steve said he does have a couple of the original texts, Hardy Boys texts. Did they cost you quite a bit, Steve? Applewood Press. Okay, has reissued the original Hardy Boys books. Cool. All right. I think you told me that, Steve, but um, I don't always remember the names and the titles and stuff like that of the places. Well, folks, I think I'm going to leave it there. I am, and so Dan Stevens did, and then there were none. Cool. Okay. Yeah, he's great. I mean, you can't beat him for doing um, an Agatha Christie novel. Absolutely, you can't. Yeah, Applewood. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there, folks. I'm going to have to get to bed soon. I have to work tomorrow. Um, we ended up not going home tonight. That's the reason I was able to do this video. So yeah, and it has been awesome having you all here. This is great. I had much better turnout than I thought I would with a 4 hour window. I think it has a lot to do with nobody having to work tomorrow, or most people not having to work tomorrow. Oh, really? Your original copies weren't too expensive? I'm surprised. I thought they would have been like really expensive, but maybe since they've been reprinted, they lost some of their value. All right. Good night, everybody. It was very nice seeing you all. Um, we were, yeah, I had a great time. So thank you. And yeah, and if you want to see anything that you missed, like that I got, I did it pretty well with 5 minutes into the video. I'll start showing stuff, and some of the stuff that I'm really excited about. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to have all of this. Good night, everybody. This was a lot of fun.